What's going on YouTube? My name is ADCArtAttack, his name is Bob, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my 10 style drawing challenge thing with characters of other styles. Challenge, what? Welcome back to the 10 style swap challenge. This is the series where we take one character and we turn it into 10 different styles. And for today's video, we're going to be doing Harley Quinn, the lovely, crazy, evil, wife to him. The Joker. Are they married? I don't know. Now appearing on your screen right now, we have 10 styles that we are going to be drawing today. And what I want you to do before this video begins, and do not skip to the end, is leave a comment down below letting me know which one of those styles you are most excited for. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to be asking you the same question, and I want you to edit your comment or leave a comment under your comment. Let me know what is your new favorite style. This is a fun little task as it allows me to see if I'm doing my job properly, if I am meeting your expectations or surpassing them, or just completely letting you down. I hope I don't. Oh, and one more thing before we get started with today's video. We have finally done it. We now have shirts with the moving on phrase. If you do want to get yourself a cool moving on shirt, there will be links down below in the description if you'd like to support me, the channel over here, and of course, tell everyone you're moving on. Which I should probably do right now because this has been a very long intro. Enjoy the video. Bye. Harley Quinn. So, kicking things off today with the first style, we're doing Harley Quinn. Just a basic image of Harley Quinn from the animated series. In fact, this reference comes directly from the animated series, and it is a great image. She is a really iconic character. Her design is super simplistic, which is a little bit difficult to draw, but it's actually quite fun. She is one of my favorite characters of all time. She's a great character, so it's a treat to be able to draw her today. And now this first image we're doing here is just a simple, direct reference to drawing copy, because the first image is just a base image, something we can look back on throughout this entire piece and say, that's the person we're supposed to be drawing today. And with that being said, there is our first style, Harley Quinn, done. It's not a bad drawing, I can't say too much about it because it is a direct copy, but it has given us a strong foundation to go forward with and a nice thing that we can compare with throughout this drawing. So with that being said, it is time to get started with doing the 9 remaining styles of Harley Quinn. I do hope you enjoy. Moving on, Naruto. Yes, Naruto. Now you are probably wondering, why am I doing Naruto as a style for Harley Quinn today? Well, not only is it a highly requested style, actually in our previous episode when we did the Joker in 10 different styles, we did the Joker in a Naruto style and so many people loved it. I loved it, I thought it was amazing and I really had a fun time creating it. So it makes sense to do a Naruto style for Harley Quinn. And one hurdle that I had to get over when creating this style was that in the Naruto universe, it's very rare to see a character wearing a hat. And as Harley Quinn's hat is such a key part of her design, I had to find a way to put that in there without putting it in there. Fortunately, in Naruto, hairstyles play a key role in a character's design. So it was quite easy to substitute the hat for a hairstyle, but that will only be noticeable once we apply some color. Now, Naruto doesn't have much in the way of an iconic coloring style, but the colors they use tend to be quite washed out, quite earthy. And at the end of it, I think we actually have a really strong looking Naruto character here. I was very hesitant about this one and I was most nervous about this style going forward, and actually by the end of it, I really like this one. I think it looks fantastic. When we put it up against the Joker's version, we can see some comparisons between the two of them, though they are somewhat very different as well. What do you think about this Naruto style, Harley Quinn? I hope you like it. Moving on. Tim Burton. Right, so you knew this one was coming. This is the most anticipated style of all of these series. Everyone loves this style, I love this style, you love this style, and for good reason. You know, Tim Burton's style is so iconic. When you see a Tim Burton style, you know it's a Tim Burton style. And yes, that does apply an immense amount of pressure to someone trying to recreate it because it's just so iconic. That being said, I've always felt comfortable with this style and I've never had too many problems until today. So by now you probably know that I'm not very good at drawing females. I rarely ever draw a female character, and this was, you know, difficult. I really didn't have much of a plan going into this one, but I did say to myself that there are a few key elements of the Tim Burton style I need to carry over, such as the head structure, the freakishly large eyes, and of course the slim neck. As far as everything else went, I was just gonna put some stuff down there and just see what stuck. Now once again, the same thing with every other style, the coloring is what determines the style. And for the Tim Burton style, what you want to be doing is getting yourself your messiest, dirtiest, muggiest looking colors. And don't worry if you haven't got those, just apply a gray overlay to them and it will just wash them out for you. By the end of it, this is a first for me. I am not 100% behind this one, which is rare for my Tim Burton styles. I'm usually super confident with them, but this one, I'm a little bit iffy with it. Does it look like a Tim Burton style? I say yes. But does it look like Harley Quinn as a Tim Burton style? Well, I say no. I'm not super happy with this one. I'm quite upset with this one, but it still is a good drawing. Except for the hand. Moving on. Oh, my voice went. Gorillas. Alright, so this is probably the quirkiest style I'm going to be doing right here, and the most unique. Now, just like many of these styles, this one came from my comment section of my previous video. Many of you, surprisingly many of you, wanted to see me do the Gorillaz style. Now, if you don't know what the Gorillaz are, they are a band that make really good music. If you are interested in listening to them, go do that after this video. I'm a big fan, and I am a huge fan of their music videos. Their art style is absolutely incredible. It has a sort of graffiti anime type vibe to it, and I really like that. And as I've never done this style before, I had to research a lot, pulling up so many source materials and trying to find what the identifying features are of this style. They don't have many female characters, so I had to work with what I got, but I like it. This is actually a playoff of this image here, which is very similar to what I'm working right now. Obviously, I changed a few things and added a few elements to make it more Harley Quinnish. And this is the first time that I've really taken an already existing pose or posture that I found and just transferred a character model onto it. And I actually think this looks really good. I actually love this one. So I'm gonna praise myself a little bit here because I just think it looks good. It looks gorilla-ish. Yeah. Harley Quinn Gorillas. Moving on. Cute. Okay, so cute Harley Quinn. How am I gonna do this? Well, once upon a time back in, I think it was 2015, I came up with a series called Hello Manga. And I have so many characters of these little guys, they look super cute and adorable. And yes, in our previous episode of Joker in 10 Styles, we used the Joker one I did a very long time ago, so it just stands to reason that we should be using Harley Quinn. And I'll tell you what, there is not much for me to say about this style because it is a style that I sort of created and I actually came off, well, there's a huge story behind what this style is and how I came up with it. Basically, it's like the base model of a teddy bear wearing costumes. It don't look too bad. It actually looks pretty cute. I'm actually really happy with this one. I don't know, it's a cutesy little thing. You're gonna have to let me know if you like this one or not, but I do. Of course I do. It's mine. Moving on. Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes. Huh. I gotta be honest with you, for my entire life up until this video, I always thought it was Looney Tunes. I didn't realize it was Looney Tunes. Why is that? Do they sing? I haven't seen it in a very long time, so I don't know. But upon my research of the Looney Tunes, I had a look and I couldn't really find many human character sources. It was mostly animals, which posed a new challenge for me. Not only did I have to convert Harley Quinn into a Looney Tune style, I needed to turn a Looney Tune animal into a Looney Tune human. You know what, my life just gets harder and harder. And it was actually pretty fun. I'll be honest, there really wasn't much work that had to go into this one. It was quite an easy thing to do. So I was quite happy with that. The coloring really didn't require too much effort. For the most part, it was really basic layering of colors, no shading patterns that I really needed to follow. So yeah, Looney Tune Harley Quinn. I gave her a tail. I don't know why. Moving on. The Simpsons. Yep, the most iconic style on the planet. I mean, everyone knows The Simpsons, right? And The Simpsons is one of those styles that it's quite difficult to break down, but at the same time, it's so easy to recognize and understand a Simpsons style. I think most of the style comes from the facial features such as the eyes, nose, and the mouth shape. But what's most important is to keep round structures on these characters, to keep everything quite rounded, but at the same time organized. I actually didn't find any difficulties with this one. This was quite enjoyable. I think the most challenging part was making sure that I had smooth lines, which, as all of these pieces are fairly rushed, not to the degree that I am not taking it seriously. I am definitely taking each one of these seriously. I'm just not taking as much time as perhaps I would if they were a solo piece. But at the end, I actually see a very Simpsoni-ish Harley Quinn. Now, whether the creators of the show would implement Harley Quinn into the series like this, I don't know. They have done many characters in the past. I couldn't find a source for a Harley Quinn crossover, so I didn't really have anything to go with. This was just my own opinion on how they would do it. Yeah, I think I did all right. Moving on. Roald Dahl. So this is a quirky style, and this one actually came from my friend Joe and his wife. They wanted to see me do a Roald Dahl style, and actually it seems to be a great pick because when I released the teaser for this video, it is one of the most anticipated ones of this video. I'm actually very surprised that so many people are into this style and so many people have seen this style. For those who don't know, Roald Dahl was a children's writer, and the actual artist who illustrated the works of art was named Quentin Blake. But I think it is less likely that you would know the name Quentin Blake, and you would most likely attribute this style to Roald Dahl. The art style itself is a very, very organic art style. It's sort of, if you said to me, draw Harley Quinn without looking and you've only got 2 minutes. That's kind of the style I get from looking at the source material. Oh, and I also decided to use watercolor to color it because why not? That's what I used for illustrating back then, so that's what I'm using today. I gotta say, at the end of it, I do think this is a Roald Dahl style. I can't imagine I could do any better than this or any worse. I'm so sorry. It's such a classic style and it is so iconic, and it does look good for what it is supposed to be. A children's book, a children's illustration. It's an artist's style, and I actually feel bad about critiquing it the way I am. I think I'm being quite offensive here. I don't mean offense. Art is all taste. Some people like Picasso, some people don't. I did enjoy doing this style because it was super free and fun, but it's not something I would ever hold on to. I hope you liked it. Moving on. Iron Man. What could I possibly be doing here? A very common question I saw many people leaving under the teaser of this video was, what kind of style could an Iron Man style be? Well, I'm going to be doing the Iron Man suit, but for Harley Quinn. And I know what you're thinking, is he just going to draw Iron Man and color code it to Harley Quinn? Yes, I'm just kidding. No, I had to create an entirely new suit, and this was a bit of an adventure. It took a lot of rough planning to do this, but I wanted to capture some of the key elements of the Harley Quinn design, but I had to make sure it made sense to a Iron Man suit. I didn't want to just strap on a face mask or anything like that, so I had to give a iron plate of mask eye stuff and various other things, but the most difficult part was doing the head. And I'm actually quite happy with what I chose. Maybe they could help with stabilization while flying, I'm not too sure, but I do like these little ear things, they look quite cute, and yeah, let's color it. But I'm telling you now, I totally rushed this coloring. I'd already spent a very long time drawing this Iron Man suit, and there was no way I was going to be spending the many hours it would take to color this to look like an Iron Man suit. At the end of it, I do think we are left with a pretty good Harley Quinn Iron Man suit here. There will be varying opinions on this one, I am sure, but what was most important here is that I enjoyed it, and enjoy it I did. Moving on. Portrait. Fun fact about this one, I did this one live on ADCArtAttack 2, and if you're not subscribed to that channel, there'll be a link down below in the description for you to check out my second channel. I'll be doing a few live streams over there now and then, as well as integrating some content that perhaps doesn't go on this channel, it'll go over there. But yes, so I had to keep my face cam and the chat on screen here to hide what was going on. I didn't want to tease the final results, I only wanted to show myself drawing the portrait today. And the portrait I chose was obviously Margot Robbie. About the only live action Harley Quinn we have had, and you know what, despite all things, she was a pretty good Harley Quinn. I think she really suits the character of Harley Quinn, and she looks fantastic as the character, so yeah. That being said, my drawing doesn't look too good. One of the difficulties with doing a live stream drawing is the pressure of everyone watching you live, and the feeling of needing to be fast. You want to make sure that people are entertained, and that's a mistake I did here today, was rushing what I was doing, not checking things before jumping into using colored pencils, and of course using the watercolors. I ended up with a result that is different, and it's way different from the source material that I was referencing from, which I won't show because we're gone then. Ugh. Okay, yeah, the eye is really bad. I think that's about the only thing that's really bad, but yeah, not a good drawing. Moving on. Oh wait, no, that's it. So there we have it, everyone. The drawing is done today. 10 styles of Harley Quinn. What do you think about it? And do you remember the question I posed to you at the beginning of the video? Which style were you looking forward to the most? It is now time to edit your comment or leave a comment under your comment, letting me know which style is your new favorite. We did a whole bunch of styles here today and I enjoyed almost all of them. Some of them were very difficult, but this was a great challenge. I haven't drawn many female characters in my time, so that was a challenge in and of itself. However, adding into that a style swap made this all the more difficult. There is so much on this paper to take in right here, but I'm sure I'm gonna get the question, which was my favorite? And I gotta say right now, my favorite style of all of the styles today is the Naruto one. I think the Naruto one is the most original one. Now they are all original styles here, but I think this one really does look like it could fit into the world of Naruto. And that for me makes it a great style swap. That is why it is my winner. But most importantly, I am looking forward to reading your comments down below about which one is your favorite style swap today. So everyone, there we have it. The video is complete. What did you think about the video and did you enjoy yourself here today? I look forward to reading all of your comments down below. And of course, just one quick reminder, if you did want to get yourself a Moving On t-shirt, there are links down below in the description of this video, as well as links to prints of both, well, not this episode, but they'll be there soon. But the other episodes, you can get prints of those. Unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. My name is ADCArtAttack, his name is Bob, and they were Larry and Sally, and we will see you all again in the next video. Until then, have yourself a safe time, a good time, and enjoy creating new works of artwork. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next video. Take care, bye-bye. Moving on.